The various circumstances surrounding each emergency situation precludes the establishment of detailed procedures to be followed. Accordingly, the procedures we outline here are intended as a general guide. Air traffic control centers should always maintain full and complete coordination, and personnel should use their best judgment to handle emergency situations. It is important that air traffic control personnel are prepared to recognize the indications that an aircraft has been subjected to unlawful interference. A radar controller should quickly recognize that an aircraft is automatically displaying the transponder conspicuity code of Mode A, 7500, unlawful interference, or 7700 state of emergency and requires assistance. An aircraft known or believed to be in a state of emergency, including being subjected to unlawful interference, shall be given priority. Upon receiving information that an aircraft is making an emergency descent through other traffic, all possible action will be taken immediately to safeguard all the aircraft concerned. Aircraft in the vicinity of the emergency may receive instructions to clear the area and stand by on the appropriate radio frequency to receive further clearances from the Air Traffic Control Unit. As soon as it is known that two-way communications between a ground unit and aircraft has failed, action shall be taken to ascertain whether the aircraft is able to receive transmissions from air traffic control by requesting the aircraft to execute a specified maneuver, which can be observed by radar, or to transmit any form of signal in order to indicate acknowledgement. Should it be determined that the aircraft has indeed suffered complete communications failure, then separation shall be maintained between the aircraft having the communications failure and other aircraft, based on the assumption that the aircraft will, if in VMC, continue to fire in VMC. Land at the nearest suitable aerodrome and report its arrival by the most expeditious means to the appropriate air traffic control unit. Or, if in VMC, unless otherwise prescribed, maintain the last assigned speed and level, or minimum flight level for a period of 20 minutes following the aircraft's failure, to report its position over a compulsory reporting point, and thereafter adjusts level and speed in accordance with the filed flight plan. Proceed according to the current flight plan route to the appropriate designated navigation aid serving the destination aerodrome, and when required to comply with Point 3, hold over this aid until the commencement of descent. Commence descent from the navigation aid specified in Point 2 at or as close as possible to the expected approach time last received and acknowledged at or as close as possible to the ETA designated on the current flight plan. Complete a normal instrument approach procedure as specified for the designated navigation aid, and land if possible within 30 minutes after the ETA specified in Point 3, or the last acknowledged expected approach time, whichever is later. As soon as it is confirmed that two-way communication has been lost, appropriate information describing the action taken by the ATCU or instructions justified by the nature of the emergency will be transmitted blind for the attention of all other aircraft concerned. This will be done on the radio voice and radio navigation frequencies that the aircraft may be listening in on, such as the VOR frequency. Information will be given about the weather conditions favorable to a cloud breaking procedure in areas where traffic may be avoided, and will also give the weather conditions at suitable aerodromes, along with information about possible conflicting air traffic. The ATCU will inform all ATCUs in adjacent FIRs and all alternate aerodromes about the circumstances of the aircraft suffering communications failure. Air traffic control units will take all necessary action to assist any aircraft that they believe to have strayed or is known to be lost. They will also undertake action to identify a known aircraft. The definitions shown here explain the differences in unknown tracks. Strayed aircraft are those which have deviated significantly from their intended tracks, or those that report that they are lost. Unidentified aircraft are those which are observed or reported to be operating in a given area, but whose identity has not been established. As soon as an air traffic service unit learns that an aircraft is being intercepted in its area of responsibility, it should take the following steps that are appropriate in the circumstances. A. Attempt to establish two-way communication with the intercepted aircraft on any available frequency, including the emergency frequency 121.5 MHz. Inform the pilot of the intercepted aircraft that the interception will or has taken place. Establish contact with the intercept control, a military establishment, and maintain two-way communication with the aircraft and offer them all available information about the aircraft. Relay messages between the intercepting aircraft or the intercept control unit and the intercepted aircraft as necessary. Take all steps necessary to ensure the safety of the intercepted aircraft. Inform ATS units serving adjacent flight information regions if it appears that the aircraft are strayed from one of their areas. As soon as an air traffic service unit learns that an aircraft is being intercepted outside its area of responsibility, it should take the shown steps as appropriate to the situation.